Welcome to Meet the Candidate 2022, and recording here from Dry Fly Distillery. My guest for the session is Suzanne Schmidt, who is a candidate for State Representative, Legislative District number 4. Welcome, Suzanne.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me here. I appreciate it.
Looking forward to getting acquainted, and starting with, tell me about where you grew up.
Well, I grew up in Libby, Montana, so that's about 3 hours east of here, and it's a small town in a logging community, was a logging community and mining community, and now it's more of a retirement community. The lumber mill shut down several years ago. So raised in Libby, Montana, and lived there most of my life until I moved here to Spokane.
Oh, and what brought you to Spokane?
My husband. So I met my husband when I was in Libby. I worked at Libby Dam, so it's a hydroelectric plant in Libby, Montana. It's ran by the Corps of Engineers, and my husband worked for the Corps of Engineers. He was the chief of technical construction over at the Fairchild office, and so we met through work, and then we got together, and when we got married. I moved over here. He had been in his career longer than mine, so it just made sense for me to move to Spokane. So I came here almost 25 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about your life today with family and recreation. Mm-hmm. What do you like to do around here?
Family and recreation. I love to spend time with my family. Actually, my oldest son and my grandkids live with us. My son was divorced just shortly before COVID, and so they moved in with us. And then now with the cost of housing and things, it just makes more sense for them to stay with us. And so So I'm doing baseball and piano lessons, and I don't really help so much with homework. We have Grandpa that's an engineer that's really good at that, and Dad's real good at that. So I do more of the, just the recreational things. And then my mom lives on Liberty Lake, so my recreation for the summer, love to be at the lake, love to be in the sun. I have a kayak, like to kayak. Spokane's a perfect area, perfect place for me to live because it just really, it suits my personality and what I like to do, so.
Okay. Well, I'm going to back you up a bit, back
Sure.
to Libby, and I always ask candidates about their education,
Mm-hmm.
either life experience or formal education after high school. What have you done?
Okay, so graduated from high school in Libby, and then I went to the Flathead Valley Community College, and they had a campus in Libby, Montana, so they called it the Lincoln County campus. I received my Associates of Art at the Lincoln County campus. Then that's when I went to work for the dam. So that was my first professional experience, was working at the dam. Then I moved to Spokane. I went to work for Associated Industries doing claims management, workers' comp claims management. And then went back to school at the Spokane Community College for an Associates of Applied Science. And that was really to get more medical knowledge for managing workers' comp claims, getting that more in-depth understanding of not only the medical but also the services, the insurance process, that kind of thing. So did that, and then really throughout my career I have attended hundreds of workshops and seminars, and try to keep really just keep myself up to date. And so I do those on a regular basis, trying to get just information that's going to help me to bring myself up to speed with what's going on in the community. So.
Okay. Well, and one of the other things that often shapes how people approach a job like representative is travel experiences and opportunities to see how things are done in other communities. Are there some experiences that you've had that have informed your view?
So I've traveled to most states in the United States, and I'm going to say, one of the things that has really formed my view and probably really had me start leaning towards running for public office is visiting Washington, D.C. I love Washington, D.C. I loved just the excitement, the energy, and really seeing the history of our country. One of the things that was most enlightening to me, I think it was almost it was really honestly like a spiritual experience, was going to the National Archives and seeing the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights, and seeing, you know, the handwritten articles and the edits. And so that was just something very inspirational to me. Another thing that was really inspirational is when COVID, when we were shut down, my son actually took a job in Kentucky, my youngest son, and so I drove him there and flew back. But we had went through South Dakota and stopped at Mount Rushmore. And this really, it was really during a time, like it was after there was some riots in Portland and Seattle and even downtown Spokane, and so there was so much unrest in the country. We went to Mount Rushmore, and it was just organically happened in the evening. They were doing the light ceremony. They had the flags. They started singing the national anthem, and there were thousands of people from all over the United States, from all different races and ethnic backgrounds, and all over the United States. We're all singing the national anthem and all standing there together. And it was so, I mean, most people in the crowd they had tears running down their face, and it was just, it just really revitalized my belief in the human race and the United States of America. And just hearing on the news, really, that there was so much, division, and that there was so much unrest, and then to go someplace like that and just see people, like I said, all walks of life that came together in a organic, nature. It was really heartwarming and inspirational.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's a good high note to move into, giving you that 1 minute for a wrap up on telling people why they should vote for Suzanne Schmidt for State Legislature District 4. Okay,
well, so I have spent my career for the last 25 years working with employers and employees, so working with small businesses to help them to navigate the agencies within the state of Washington. So I've worked at, on all levels of the government and worked with most agencies, again, representing employers and their employees. So I feel like I have the experience to do a great job to really hit the ground running. When I get to Olympia, I'm going to hit the ground running. I understand the legislative process, writing the legislation, dropping it, going to hearing. So that, I think, the experience alone is really my strong point, and then my passion. I just really, truly have a passion for the citizens of Washington State. I love living here, and I want it to be a good place for our community and for my grandchildren, for my children. And so I'm very passionate about what I can get done in Olympia.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me today, Suzanne, and good luck with your campaign.
Okay, thank you.
From Chud Sr. to Dick Wendell, to Kristen and myself.
And now to our kids.
Our goal is to help people drive for generations.
From roll-up windows to power everything. From stick to automatic. From gas to electric.
No one can totally predict what technology is coming our way.
But I can guarantee we will be here before and after the sale, giving you the confidence for generations to come.
That's the Wendell way. Drive for generations.
Hey voters, join me, Kirk Cameron, on Saturday, September 24th with We Believe, We Vote at the Spokane Convention Center for a night of celebrating biblical citizenship.
Join We Believe We Vote for our annual fundraiser on Saturday, September 24th, 2022 with Kirk Cameron. For tickets and event information, please visit WeBelieveWeVote.com. That's WeBelieveWeVote.com. We'll see you there.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none from the time you call to the end of the project.